Positive life, choose who can participate, set a day. Between messages, how to put. Okay. Now they tell me that. What's happening, man? Guess we going live right now. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the live. You know what I mean? What's up, folk? What's happening? Said I was gonna go live a little more, you know what I'm saying? Tired as hell right now, that's why I'm laying on the ground. But hey, man, it's all love, you know what I'm saying? What y'all got going on, man? What they do, man? Give some shout outs, man. Isaiah Davis, what's happening, man? Truth to Youth. Mona Jones, what's happening, man? C. Jones, what's up, man? What I say, Michael Ferguson, it going so fast I can't. Tony, what's happening? Who else on here? What I say, Mercedes, what's good, man? Golden, it's going fast as hell. I can't read them. Diana, what's going on, man? Jason Malone, Taylor, you know what I'm saying? Ronnie, what's up, man? Richie Rich, what's going on, bro? Miss Ruthie, what's good? Shout outs. Highly highly favored blessed, what's going on? The man, it going so fucking fast. Young Kobe, what's good, man? 251. Where you from, Alabama, bro? We got over 100 people on here right fast, you know what I'm saying? What's up with y'all, though? Y'all be seeing me putting these videos out, man. I appreciate y'all for chiming in. You know what I'm saying? We just be getting to it. I was gonna ask y'all too, man. What y'all think, man? I'm revamping my podcast, man, the Pop It Up podcast. What y'all think, man? We need some ideas, some topics, some stuff, you know what I mean? Who y'all might want to see on that bit. You know what I'm saying? Golden Sunkiss, Anthony, what's happening, man? Pamela, Emmanuel, a piece of the universe, what's goody? I'm trying to do shout outs, man. They going quick. Samuel Jones, what's good? Sassy, what's going on? Keith, what's up, bro? Quay Cool, you know what I'm saying? Hey, definitely, Deacon, thanks for that. I got a happy Father's Day donation. Thank you so much for that, though. I definitely appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna start going live more. I'm trying to, I'll be trying to balance it all out, man. But I definitely appreciate y'all, man, for supporting me, man. You know what I'm saying? I really can't ask for no more than that. And a share. Double salute to everybody that went to ubuntuapparel.com. A lot of people were shocked because they didn't think that I make them myself. I actually make the clothes, you know what I'm saying, myself, ship them out, you know what I'm saying. That's just another way for me to make revenue, you know what I'm saying. I can't be on here all day without having to keep the lights on, you know how that goes. So I just try to put everything back into what I'm doing as much as possible. And y'all, thanks to y'all been really like helping me a lot with that. So for anybody that ordered anything from ubuntuapparel.com, thank y'all. I'm gonna start doing when I do the new drops, I'm gonna start just doing videos just about that. You know what I'm saying? Just try to get some orders and stuff like that. And I try to do everything, do everything organically. I don't be with all the cap. Most people want to do all the extra stuff and the fluff and be trying to sell people and all that. I just come how I come, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm thankful. for whatever I get and whatever I don't get. You know, it's all good. You know, ain't no pressure. But definitely want to say thanks to everybody that ordered anything. You know what I'm saying? She said, maybe get some good father stories. Ice Wall, Cowboy, what's good? Yeah, follows and rely. Yeah, that's a good idea too, man. Maybe get some good father stories. Cause a lot of people felt that story that I talked about. Where I just gave my my trials and tribulations, good and bad, about my fatherhood. Me being a father. So that's a good idea though. You know what I'm saying? So as soon as my new back card come in, I'm ordering. Appreciate that, Ronnie. Yeah, definitely, man. I appreciate it. Bank card. Okay. I was like, what? Okay. Okay, I got you, man. I definitely appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? DMV, we in the building. Keep bringing fast, bro. Definitely, man. Junior Meadows in the bidding, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, beautiful family photo. Hey, appreciate that. My ducklings. Yeah, man, I had to put my little ducklings out there, man. They made me happy. You know what I'm saying? They took me out to eat and stuff. We hung out, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, I can't ask for I can't ask for a better set of kids, you know what I'm saying? I never had to go to those schools back and forth, or they getting in trouble and all that. Never that, man. They don't even no cussing and all that around me and doing all this. I couldn't ask for a better set of kids, you know what I'm saying? You see I said Peg Adams, I said Pops goes, what's going on? South Florida, Broward County in the bit. That what's up, bro? Yeah, you already know. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Brown Eyes, what's up, Brown Eyes? DJ Smiley, what's up, bro? But hell yeah, man. It's just these platforms, they be tripping. Like TikTok, I be putting a lot of stuff on TikTok. TikTok be trying to, man, they be tripping. But the thing is, though, that does give me an indication, or that'll give anybody an indication that what you saying has got to be it's truth to it, because they want to keep us dumb, deaf, and blind, bro. They can never take advantage of us if you knew the rules of the game, or if you knew how to play the game, you know what I'm saying? So they gonna keep us, out of the loop, or keep us uninformed, or whatever the case may be, you know what I'm saying? So that, like I say, that's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? What was the name of that book you got out of your school library that you mentioned one time? Oh, that been a while ago. Yeah, you definitely locked in. That was the Dictionary of Symbolisms. I stole that from my library from when I was in high school. When we was getting deep into that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? I was getting deep into that knowledge since I was 14, but at that time I had the book because what it was, we would have we caught on to a lot of stuff they was doing. When we used to go to the library back home and we used our names and library cards, they was kind of taking record to that because of the books we was asking for. So what we started doing, we started going to the school library, having them order the book. And when they order that motherfucker, we'll steal it. I'm just being real. So they couldn't really trace who these books was for. You see what I'm saying? Like I say, this shit is chess, man. There's nothing about America that's fair game. When they tell you get it honestly, that shit don't exist. You see what I'm saying? So I'd be a damn fool to play it, to play it fair when they don't know nothing about what fair is. You know what I'm saying? So hell yeah, we bucking. We every chance we get, we bucking. We bucking the system. That's what we do. That's coup d'etat, motherfucker. We gonna buck the system. So that was it's called the book of the Dictionary of Symbolisms, and that's when you'll go to start to realize when you look up like what the apple mean in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? What does that represent? The serpents and just certain images, symbols. You can start breaking down the Bible. You can start breaking down a lot of these companies, because I see a lot of logos. Y'all gotta understand, these companies take years sometimes to create a logo, right? Because everything is Semitic or asymmetric. You know what I'm saying? Like or when you're dealing with symmetry or whatever. So you have to understand these people have a sacred knowledge that you don't. I ain't gonna say you. I hate to say y'all, but they have a sacred knowledge that most people don't understand or can't fathom or don't even think is true. So they put us on this treadmill of what they call life, and we go through life not even looking left or right. We're just looking right ahead of us and not knowing what's really going on, right? So the Dictionary of Symbolism, man, that book is a real powerful book. You're gonna start to break down a lot of symbols and really know what they for. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what that means. You know what I'm saying? Bumping Lambo light. What's up, bro? Shout out my dog Briscoe. Shout out to Lambo Life. We did that a while ago, man. Mike Smith, Mike Smith, that's my dog too. So Mike Bless, that's my big homie. Shout out to him for putting me in the Country Wayne skits. You know what I'm saying? Your boy did a little acting, you know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Frank Lennon and Iceberg, Briscoe, you know what I'm saying? The whole squad, y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out to Troy to the Vent for putting that together. Do you have any new music? Yeah, I just dropped. Oh yeah, new music is on the way. I'm gonna tell y'all this, man. I'm gonna give y'all a fair update, and I'm finna just say, straight up, music is my gift. You know what I'm saying? I kind of got away from it for a little bit, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that completes me. So you're gonna hear me talk about a lot of stuff, man, and it's only because I write from my emotions. Out of all my brothers, I'm probably one of the most emotional one out of all of us, and that don't mean like I'm soft or none of that shit. I'm just more in tune to vibration. You know what I'm saying? I go off vibrations. So I got a new song out called My Boy. You know, it's this song we just dropped. You know what I'm saying? It's on all platforms. It's called My Boy. But I got a lot of stuff coming too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of my music gonna be therapeutic in some way. You know what I'm saying? I ain't always been polished. Like I tell people, I'm one of them ones, man. I ain't finna get on here capping and faking and doing all that. I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? I never told people like one dude was like, man, I thought you don't eat chicken, this and that. That's a lot of shit I don't eat no more. But I ain't never said I don't eat chicken. You know what I'm saying? And it's not that I'm a super chicken eater. It's just, you know, I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? We not perfect by far for real. And I don't even get on here trying to be perfect, man. That's one thing I love about myself. I'm me. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, I come respectfully. And I try to tell people, bro, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna hear some music and you're gonna say, damn, but I'm just in some way, some shape or form, I'm reaching somebody. I'm reaching an audience out there with every song I do. So new music on the way. You know what I'm saying? New music on the way. It's that big duck, not loon. Bet that up, bro. What it do, duck? What going on? What going on? Damon Hill, what's good? Mario Gibson, what they do, man? He said they under the spell. Hey, like I try to tell people, man. Ebony, what's up? Like I tell people, you have to look at everything across the board. And what I mean by across the board mean if I say they starving you, we would think food. Across the board, they starving us of real education, right? They starving us of real religion. So when I say across the board, you have to look at everything across the board. You know what I'm saying? So like you just said, they under that spell. People think when you say spell, you know what I'm saying? They think you some magic potion and all. Man, listen, man. One thing about this brain can be programmed, and that's what people don't understand. Once they program you to either like something or don't like something, then put you in an environment that aligns with that shit, boy, a lot of people are lost because you can't you fighting this reality that they've carved out for you. So when you hear women and men speak of, like you may hear a woman say, we just tired. I think women are tired. We tired of men stuff. Damn, my bad. We tired of men shit. We tired of putting up with men, and what people have to understand is this: the men, and this goes both ways. The men that women are tired of is stuck in a reality that has been given to us by another group of men that don't like our ass. We are heavily promoted as absentee fathers, deadbeats, can't be trusted. We are heavily promoted with this every day. Women, on the other hand, heavily promoted as promiscuous or whores or always worrying about their butt. If you look at everything on social media, you're going to see black women taking pictures with their ass showing or their titties out. And that's by design. It is not, I don't fault you for that. I fault the motherfuckers that created social media that's going to heavily promote that and make that as a thing that if your booty ain't big, then you're not attractive. That shit don't make no sense. If you ain't got this type of, if you don't have women, y'all are some of the most beautifulest people on earth. You don't need a motherfucker to tell you that. I understand that, and that's a spell. So I don't blame women for what's going on, just as well as women can't blame men, because we're all living in a world that is governed by a group of men that don't like none of us. And you know it's some BS because they don't even do it. If you look at everything on TV, right? And I'm gonna say this, and there's no disrespect to Tyler Perry, but I'm gonna just say this as an example. If you look at the things that Tyler Perry put out on black people, we love it because it's relative. Like, we've been through those struggles that he speaks about, right? It's relative. But let's look at frequency on a scale of 1 to 10. If black folks averagely is around 2 to 3 when it comes to frequency. So when they put out movies that reflects that 2 to 3 frequency, we gravitate to it because that's what that's what we're familiar with. We're familiar with black women going through struggles and black men going, so we relate to the movies. But all that does is keeps us at that 2 to 3 frequency. It just keeps us there. Write a movie, which I know will never come out. Write a movie where we rebuild. Man, my mind be all over. I hate when I do like this. Write a movie that rebuild Black Wall Street. See, that's when that frequency gonna jump from 2 to 3 to 8 to 9. And see, that's unfamiliar with us. We're not familiar with that. Like I say, when you want to expand and move forward, you got to get familiar. You got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. We don't see that every day. We can't relate to seeing black people together, getting along, our women covered, you know what I'm saying? We got on suits, and we, not even suits, I'm just using that as an example because I hate us wearing suits because that's some Western European shit. But one day, hopefully, we can get back to how we normally dress, right? But anyway, that's a little, but if we saw movies where we rebuilt Black Wall Street, they'll never put movies out like that, right? Why? Because they don't want to fund that idea going into the minds of black people. Remember, they benefit off your ignorance. When you see black people acting ignorant, you have to say to yourself, we've been programmed to accept ignorant shit, to do ignorant shit, right? Everything about what we do is negative, and we parade that shit. It's just like going to prison and coming home. We look at that shit like an achievement. Somebody got to say, hold on, why do we do that? Why? If you ain't a why person, you're gonna accept whatever they put in front of you. So when you look at the way the world is running, bro, we're all put under this spell where black folks mainly are heavily promoted to act the way they act, heavily promoted to celebrate negative shit. Even though that they don't go for all of us. All of us may not see that, but they know how to put that perception and projection on the herd, meaning all black people like when a motherfucker go to prison come home. No, that's not true. But where are the promotions or where are the content that shows that that's not true? You'll never see it. So as it looked at as a whole, that's how we are. And this is why I say TV, media, all this stuff is real dangerous, man. It's weaponized. Everything they put on TV about us, they weaponize. You know what I'm saying? Just okay, watching the balloon with the women standing up, popping the balloon. Man, you know how crazy that look. You know how crazy it look for black women to stand in line and meet a guy for the first time, and based on right then and there, they'll determine if that's something they want to. This shit is crazy, bro. But that doesn't make sense. You feel what I'm saying? So the organic way of us meeting people and becoming acquainted with others, that's out the window. It's gone. These people have heavily promoted this. We don't have a culture because cultures was bond things together. People do stuff off of culture. They scripters of our culture. It ain't no meet the mama, you meet the daddy, they like the way you are. Now you can you can marry my daughter or you can move forward with my daughter. No, it's none of that, bro. But they still do it. Remember, these same people that tell us not to do this, they still do it. They still do it. Why? Because they own the TV networks, the school curriculums. They own all this shit. They send us to the public schools while their kids go to the not even the private schools. The private schools ain't even shit no more. It's the Jewish academies where they learn the real shit. That's why I say, bro, we're living in a world, dog, where everything is ass backwards. It doesn't make sense. But when you don't control nothing, you don't own nothing, you can't paint the perception. If we had our own Hollywood, we can make movies to where we can build a Black Wall Street and put that in the minds of black people that this is what this looks like. We're gonna continue to be broke because we don't spend money and we don't support each other. People don't understand that. If it was 1 million black people, and in 1 million black people, let's say there's over out of 1 million black people, there's 250,000 businesses of different businesses. They paint cars, they paint houses, they do graphics. 250,000 businesses out of 1 million black people. Don't you know that we can all spend money with each other? Money just comes and goes. So if I paint houses, if you need a house painted within 1 million people, they'll hire me. If you got a grocery store within these 1 million people, we spend our money to the grocery store. The money just circulates. So as fast as it leaves my pocket, it's coming right back. Simple math. This is why they have to promote divide and conquer. They don't want. You ready? What time it is?
I don't know.
Look at it right quick.
I have my phone there.
Oh, wow. Okay, look at my phone right now. Oh, no, we still got a few minutes. We still good. But look, this is what I'm telling you. This is why they promote divide and conquer. All the major businesses at the top. If you go to a new developed neighborhood, you're going to see the same stores. Starbucks, you know what I'm saying? Wawa, or wherever you at, 7-Eleven. These people at the top, they stick together. This is why this shit'll never change. We're the ones keeping them in business. So anytime there's a group if it's a group of people, if y'all not spending money with each other, you're going to fail. I say this all the time, bro. It's simple group economics. Now let's take this in a small city. Let's say a small city. Let's say a small city. In this city, you gather all the black businesses, no matter what business it is. Now, I ain't saying spin because they black. You still got to have that process of filtering what's good and what's not. And it's going to be based off your performance. If you got good business, people going to speak highly of you, and this is what it is. But let's say all the black businesses in this one city, right? You find out all the black businesses and y'all spend money with each other. It's only going to help you. And the reason why I say it, because we as black folks, we at the bottom of the totem pole and ain't nobody coming to reach in and help us. You feel me? I say this all the time. So it is what it is. If you look at any other culture, this is exactly what they do. I tell y'all this shit all the time, bro. It's simple, bro. And the only reason why we don't spend money with each other is because, again, we've been heavily marketed to as people that don't stick together, people that don't spend their money together, people that are divided, people that'll jump online and talk crap about your business, man, and won't do this to their other business. These are the things that has been promoted to us, marketed to us heavily, right? We've been programmed this way. This is just like walking into a goddamn 7-Eleven gas station and seeing a black person owning it. Your brain, which is cognitive dissonance, you've never seen this before. This is like a UFO. And you question it. Like, damn, this nigga, but you feel me? Because you've never been programmed to even in your mind to think that this can be a black owner of a gas station. But this is what's been happening to us, right? We've been promoted to, and we've been conditioned to live a certain way, think a certain thing, to believe a certain thing, not believe a certain thing. And like I said this earlier in this live. Anytime you go to a school, anytime you get your education from the oppressor, right, that tells you what to do and what not to do, and puts you in an environment that aligns with that shit, you locked in box. You locked in box. They telling you black people, they kill each other, they do this here. Then put you in an environment and you see it, it's believable. But if you did statistics, it shows white folks commit more crime than blacks. It's just marketed to you that way. Welfare was created for whites. It's just marketed to you that way. I said earlier, when you do not own nothing, you don't control nothing. You don't own TV networks to say, no, that's a lie. You don't own a social media platform to be able to put this content out. When you don't own nothing, you don't control nothing. You are a 100% a participant in another man's environment. And the people that is running the show are going to make sure everything that come out about black folks when it comes to movies, if it ain't downgrading us, they not putting it out. There's an agenda to this shit, bro. An agenda. And this is why you see every movie about black folks, when it comes to entertainment, it's gonna be about dope, hoes, strip clubs, shootings, killings, nothing that's gonna help us get out of our current situations. It's gonna keep us on that 2 to 3 frequency band. All it does is remind us of what our reality is every day in the name of entertainment. Have you seen the latest what it was? Not BMF, but Raising Canaan. Them motherfuckers actually had Rock to kill her own mama. Man, you don't hear me, man. That woman hated her mama. Even though her mama was born in a society that is governed by these same people that put drugs here for us to use, made sure that we're short on resources, made sure we don't learn nothing, and you blame your mother for not being able to stay above water by people that's going to make sure you drown. You see how this goes, bro? It's really repetitive psychological trauma and disadvantage. But no one never asked why. So if you look at raising Canaan, Canaan's mother, Rock, her mother asked her to kill her. She actually asked all her children to kill her. She was dying. None of them wanted to do it, but Rock did it. Do you know how traumatizing that is from a screenplay? Man, y'all don't understand. Y'all don't hear me, man. I want y'all to look at this shit in a different light. Hollywood was not created to entertain. It was created to indoctrinate. Hollywood was not created to entertain. It was created to indoctrinate. Why do you think they pay? They're gonna pay 50 Cent to put these movies out. They're gonna pay Tyler Perry to put it, and it's no disrespect to them. They're gonna pay. But if you came to them and said, hey, I want to do a movie about the real story about Christopher Columbus' ass, because he didn't discover a damn thing. No, we got to keep the lie going. They're not. What company or what investor is going to invest money in something that's going to go against them making money? If they enlighten you about what's going on, they can't make no money. If they told you, you know what, we really sign y'all children to rap about shooting and killing each other, we take out what they call key man's insurance on them, so when they actually go out there and do the shit, we make more money off them being dead. And the other one go to prison, which we own also. So why would we put money up behind this artist that's going to talk about going against that? Hell no. If you ain't talking about rapping, shooting, and killing hoes, bitches, and clothes, we not signing you. Why? Again, when you don't own nothing, you don't control nothing. We don't own record companies. We don't own this shit, man. You don't own radio stations. So what I'm trying to explain to you is this. 50 years of hip hop. The reason I didn't watch it was because of this. Out of everybody that hit that stage and didn't hit the stage, because there's a lot of people in there. But if you look at everybody from 50 years of hip hop, we're talking billions of dollars consolidated that was made, and not one motherfucker bought a radio station. Not one motherfucker bought a plethora of theaters to perform at, so that we can change the narrative. Not one radio station, not one TV station. And anytime someone tries to go and buy a TV station like Bill Cosby, you see what happened. So people like Bill Cosby, who's behind the scene, who's been in these rooms, who know what's going on. You know how you know how it looked for him to try and tell millions of black people that that's not what it is, without being assassinated or without some type of repercussions. Because again, we don't own nothing. When you don't own nothing, you have to look at these people and say, can you blame them for sticking their neck out? And if black people ain't gonna catch them when they fall, do you blame them? I had to say that to myself. Like, do I blame this person for putting everything that they work for on the line for us as black people, when we made more likely we're not gonna catch them? And I'm gonna tell you why. We're not conditioned to catch them. We don't understand what goes on in these rooms. We don't know the conversations that Kanye West had with this Jewish person. And we don't know the conversation that this, we don't know the budgets behind this. We don't know why they do this. And this is why I say, we as black folks have been conditioned to the point where we're like a junkyard, bro. It's cars out in that junkyard, but they not fully functional. That's not to be disrespectful, but think about what I'm saying. We don't know no better, bro. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what's going on. We don't know why. Like, damn, why they put so much money up behind this movie to a new director when they didn't put that much up behind this movie? Because a lot of these movies are budgeted and funded by the CIA. Why? If they want to put out a new drug and the effects of that new drug, they do it through the movies. What's the two biggest movies that came out when crack cocaine hit? And this is gonna sum it all up. What is the two biggest movies, bro? Tell me the two biggest movies that hit when crack cocaine hit. What's the two biggest movies that came out? Y'all tell me. What's the two biggest movies that came out? Y'all got it right, goddammit. New Jack City, one on, and Scarface. New Jack City. Hold on, my son called him. I'll hit him right back. New Jack City and Scarface. You think them movies was iconic for nothing? They put them bitches in every. It's niggas still in prison behind them movies and dead. And this is why I tell y'all, this ain't got nothing to do with God, man. Man, God ain't got nothing to do with this. It's these demonic ass motherfuckers that's running the world that we fund. We fund this shit. Because all our money that's allocated, it doesn't go to our improvement. It goes to them, right? Putting them in position to furthermore damage us. It's simple, bro. It just, we have to take away that fake reality that they gave us. And that is, you got to have Jordans. You got to drive this car. You got to be doing this. You got to be doing that. No, you don't. All you got to do is realize, hey, these same people telling us we got to do this and do that, they don't even motherfucking do it. So what we have to do is we have to come together and fund each other. I'm telling you, bro, this is a simple fix. Man, we pay bills every 30 days, man. No, and for the rest of our life, and ain't nobody questioning that shit. That shit don't make no sense. I told y'all all this shit you see going on, the ISIS and all these people going to these, snatching these people up, sending them back to their own country, bro. We paying for that shit out of our pockets. Through taxes, man. So what I'm trying to say is this, right? Hold on. Tell your mama, she ready to meet us?
She ready. She been ready.
All right. So what I'm telling y'all is this, man. This is a simple fix, bro. And I'm gonna tell y'all, stop thinking that this is a republic. I'm gonna say democracy. This is never will be a motherfucking democracy. Ever. Ever will this be a democracy. And I told y'all this. For which it stands, to the republic, for which it stands, and justice for all. Everything you ever watched on TV, I don't care if it was a cartoon, I don't give a damn what it was a republic. It was always one person telling everybody else what to do. This is an indoctrination. Do you think they'll ever create a movie where the majority of the people say what's best for them and use one person to allocate that or delegate that? Hell no. It's always gonna be one person telling everybody else, which entails people that aren't smart enough to lead themselves or govern themselves. And this is the right way to do it if done right. It should be the elders, the ones with the experience and the more wise ones, carrying on that knowledge, and we abiding by what they say do, but not in the demonic world. You're gonna have one motherfucker who's gonna tell everybody else what to do for his own agenda. When we know that shit ain't true, but they've conditioned us to think that it is. This is how two prison guards can hold down a whole prison car or a whole prison cart when they can easily take that bitch over. This is how two police can pull up to the hood. There's 100 niggas out there and they ain't gonna do nothing because we've been conditioned. And when you think about it, bro, shit don't make no sense. Man, we don't need no damn polices. The only reason we need police is because the people that's running the world are making sure that you don't have what you need. And if you ain't got this, then you ain't a man. If you ain't got that, then you ain't this. And it feeds that dopamine, man. It feeds you to want to go out and get it. And they gonna make sure you have to have it every 30 days. Shit ain't got nothing to do with God. I keep trying to tell y'all. Ain't got nothing to do with God. I mean nothing, bro. Not a damn thing. It's all man. But listen, man, I got to get up out of here. Appreciate y'all, man. We had almost close to 500 people on this bit. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all share this live. We're gonna be jumping on here a little more. I don't know if I can bring people on here. I don't know, but we'll get into it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get more into it. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I appreciate y'all, man. And just know, I don't mean what time it is. I don't mean no harm. I don't care what your preference is when it comes to religion. Just remember, yes means yes, no means no. What's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Religion, spirituality is in your essence. Religion is in a book. And before y'all, and like I say, I love all, man. I don't judge. Just long when it's time for that when it's time for you to pull that trigger, you just keep pulling that motherfucker. And choose your side right. That's all I'm saying. But I will tell you this. I ain't say don't believe in God, just don't believe in what they trying to sell you. Because everything they've tried to sell us is to really keep us in really keep us ignorant. It just don't make sense. And if you think what I'm saying is some BS, go look up what a divine right is. That's gonna blow your mind. Write this down. Divine right, and do your research. What is a divine right? What is a divine right? That's gonna blow your mind. When you figure out what this is, and if you follow me, I done told y'all this a million times. Go look up what a divine right is. And go look up what a papal bull is in reference of Christopher Columbus. What is a papal bull from the Pope, and what is a divine right? And when you figure that out, you're gonna question it. You're gonna question religion again, what the religion that they trying to give us anyway. You're gonna question it. And if you don't, you might be locked in box. Listen, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. I just want to get on here, chop it up with my people, right fast. And like I say, man, it's all love, man. I'm gonna drop another video later on today, but we gotta get up out of here right quick. And like I say, man, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Just that simple. All right. I get with y'all on the next one, man. It's all love. Okay? Peace.